This is Jessica Kramer with Century 21 Signature Real Estate, and I am here today with Nick Reggio with Charter Bank, and he's going to tell us a little bit about what Charter Bank can offer. We are here in Grimes. I'm doing a new series called Get to Know Grimes, so stay tuned for more businesses that I'll be showcasing. But today, Nick, thank you for letting us come into Charter Bank, and can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, definitely. I appreciate the opportunity as well. I've been in Grimes now for 6 years, been with Charter Bank for about 4. April 1st to be 4 years. So basically my role here within the bank is whatever's needed, anywhere from mortgage applications, obviously is probably a big topic we'll talk about, commercial applications, picking up trash outside sometimes, directing traffic at times out there, running a teller line, kind of whatever the bank needs. We're a true definition of a small bank, small community bank where we've got a full staff now of 4 people and run very efficiently. So
Good. Obviously the hot topic these days is the interest rates and what they're doing and what they can do for the consumer. So can you tell us a little bit about those and where they're at and what they can do to help you as the bank and also the customers?
yeah, definitely. So rates are at an all-time low. It's been about a month now. 30-year rates, and there's about 4 main variables that we input and can populate out. We don't need to necessarily take a true complete application. We get variables just to at least give somebody a feel for what their rate would be. 30-year rates are typically anywhere between 3 to 3.375. 15-year rates have been as low as 2.5 up to 3%. What I've learned through doing a lot of these pricing quotes, the main factors are your credit score. Most banks are going by, we'll pull all 3 bureaus and go by the lowest middle score. So if a husband and wife walk in, one's middle score is at 780, one's middle score is at 680. We use the 680. So that's a big attribute. Whether or not you're doing cash out, and what that's typically labeled as is if you're paying off just your first mortgage, maybe including closing costs, then that's a limited cash out, so your rate's going to be better. If you're paying off a second mortgage, a home equity line of credit or a home equity loan, or some money to remodel the house, whatever the case may be, the rate's typically about 1/8 to 1/4 higher to do a cash out type of a loan. So and then of course your loan balance versus the appraisal value is obviously a big part of that as well. And these are all estimates from the get-go. Obviously once we verify credit, once we verify different things, whether or not you need an appraisal or not, that's when we can really hone in on what the exact rate is.
Perfect. And now you offer several types of loans like refinance, construction, all those, correct?
We do. There are very few loans that we can't do. So the beauty of what Charter Bank has set up here is we work with Iowa Banker Mortgage Corporation for any fixed rate loans. So they range anywhere from 10 years to 30 years. We also offer the ability to keep a loan in-house. And basically what those are set up as is somebody that may not fit within the box, may not fit within the parameter. We meet typically once a week over in our Johnston location, and we literally sit around a big table and we discuss incoming loans and applications. That way we can get a quick response back to somebody applying, because that's always been one of my biggest things, is someone that kind of gets dragged along. We try to gather as much information and be thorough from the beginning. That way we can get you an answer and get the process done pretty fast. And same thing, we can do a short-term loan. We can do up to 30 years. Refinances is obviously the hot topic right now, but we've had quite a few people, selling and you probably see it a lot as well in your industry, selling the 150 to 225 house and buying the 400 to more size homes. We see a lot of that. So it's a great time to sell because rates are low, and somebody can typically afford a home maybe that they couldn't afford before because rates are lower. And then same for them, and they can afford something as well. So it's a very unique time. The biggest thing that's starting to go on right now is almost more of like a supply and demand.
Sure.
There's so many loans in the pipeline for a lot of institutions, that the 30-day close that you may come in
Yeah.
wanting.
It's not gonna happen.
We'll do our best, as I've told every single person that's walked through the door, but I'm also honest. I'd rather, or they could say it, over promise or over deliver under promise, whatever the case may be.
Yep.
You know, so that's the biggest thing is just, you know, the other thing I kind of pride myself on here is just the communication piece. Just making sure to stay in touch. The asterisk next to that is almost like when you're taking a trip out of town and your kids ask, are you there yet? Are you there yet? Are you there yet? Well, that's not making the trip go faster.
Right.
Neither is a customer or a realtor, or mainly it's those two, I guess.
Sure.
Where we just you got to find a banker that you trust, that knows the process well, that communicates, and they're flowing really well right now. Knock on wood.
Yeah.
So,
Can you tell us your website? Because can people do the app online?
yeah, definitely.
Okay.
So our website here, Charter Banker. The key is at charterbanker.com. You know, we've got a new app out there that through that website, I basically can get notifications 24 hours a day when someone is even looking or getting pricing. We have an amazing calculator out there. 'Cause sometimes when people walk in for a purchase, the key question I ask, because they're asking me how much can I afford. The reality is, what is your comfort level? Today you're paying a total of $1,800 a month. Are you putting money away? Because if you're not, maybe you can't afford it.
Right.
So I almost try at times to do reverse. You know, okay, Nick, I need $2,500 or less for my total principal and interest, taxes and insurance. We'll go find a house, figure out what that tax rate is, estimate on homeowners insurance, and then kind of back our way in. How much money you're looking to put down, and then we can back our way in, because if somebody comes to you and says I can afford $270, no matter what, they're gonna start at $290 to $300. It's natural. Oh, they'll come off of their price. And I don't know that that's necessarily the case at this time of the year, because
It's pretty busy.
it's busy
Pretty
across
busy.
the board,
Yep.
and it's competitive. So
And that's great that you mentioned the app, because I like to send that to my clients when we're looking, so that they have an idea when we go out and they see a house that they really like. They can punch in the numbers, and it will give them their, monthly payment, a roundabout. So that's nice that you guys have that, because it is sometimes people don't know how to figure that out.
Right.
So, well, Nick, thank you so much for having us here today. I
thanks for the
appreciate it.
opportunity.
And stay tuned for my next trip, which will be at Talking Heads here in Grimes. And this is Jessica Kramer with Century 21, and I'm out.